Hey everybody, welcome back to TAZ's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One, here to inspire and empower your wig journey. Today I want to take a look at yet another hand-tied style released by Belle Tress for spring 2022. A lot of their most popular styles are now coming out in hand-tied. Today we're going to take a look at Rosella in the hand-tied version. I have it here in Brown Sugar Sweet Cream. We're going to compare it to the original Rosella. We're going to examine all of the differences and find out if it's worth the extra price. Coming up. I purchased the featured wig styles with my own funds. You can find them at Wig Studio One. If you drop below this video and expand the description box, you'll find a link directly to Rosella Regular or Original and Rosella Hand Tied so that you can go out and take a look at all the color options that are available. You can see the pricing and even order directly from that screen. So if you have any questions for us, please reach out to support@wigstudio1.com. I am wearing the original Rosella in the color Mocha with Cream. A beautiful long beach wave style. It just reminds you of a California girl with all of this beautiful beach wave. This was one of the original beach wave styles by Belle Tress, and I fell in love with it immediately. Now we see this kind of a shattered, separated beach wave texture everywhere in that cafe collection. And the original Rosella is about 19 inches in length all the way around, total length. It has lots of layering. The layer in the front is about 12 inches. So it doesn't feature any kind of shorter fringe, but you could add that fringe very, very easily. Would be easy enough just to trim in a shorter, maybe 5 or 6 inch fringe, and this would be eminently more wearable. Although the way I have trained my original Rosella here, it keeps out of the face pretty nicely. Weighs right around 5 ounces and features that creative lace front by Belle Tress, which is typically a temple to temple lace front with left monofilament side part. The lace fronts typically do not exceed the temple. In other words, they're not extended. And the lace front typically stops before the crown, but eminently more natural looking than if it didn't have those features for sure. Let's do our unboxing of the Rosella hand tie. You're gonna see it right along with me. I haven't even opened the lid yet, so let's check it out. Here it is. We have it today in Brown Sugar Sweet Cream, and this will make an amazing comparison between the Mocha with Cream and the Brown Sugar with Sweet Cream. Fresh paper, love that. Nice, clean, crisp look. It's in the box. Taking out all the stuffings. Okay, the net. There it is. Beautiful. Gosh, I love that color. You know, I do like the warmth of this Mocha with Cream a lot too. I have a neutral skin tone that I am really blessed with, and I feel like I can wear both warm and cool colors. But I feel like that neutral to neutral leaning warm are my favorites. Okay, so before I do anything, let's take a look at the cap. I have seen lots of hand-tied caps by Belle Tress, so I really feel like I know what to expect now. Beautiful. So we've got that ear-to-ear lace. Notice how it wraps around the ear tab, is nicely contoured from ear to ear. And then it goes seamlessly back into that monofilament lace top, okay? So there's no seam adjoining the two features, which I think is really nice. There's about 4.5 inches deep and about 4 inches wide, providing an amazing coverage for parting space there. You can have lots of options with this. You've got this thick polyurethane ear tab with a built-in encased metal stay, an extended rose lace nape with strap type adjusters, lots of stretchy hand-tied panels. So it's very comfortable and it's forgiving and it's versatile. And there you go. There's a look at some of those cluster knots sewn into that mesh material. So when the hair is parted from the outside and you can see down in, it just looks like scalp. It looks like your hair is growing right out of your scalp. Now, nothing is going to look like natural hair exactly, but this is as close as you're going to get here with a hand-tied cap like this, with just a regular, you know, synthetic type wig. Okay, so what I'll do now is remove the tags, and I have some experience, like I said, with the hand-tied caps. What I'm expecting is that this cap is going to fit me very much average as the other hand-tied caps have fit me by Belle Tress. So they seem to fit me a little more snugly compared to the regular wefted caps by Belle Tress. Okay, so I just want to shake it. I'm just going to bop it up and down a few times just to say, hey, wake up. Shake it, and then I rake it with my fingers. This will help separate it a little bit. So even though it's hand-tied and there are no wefts, it still needs to be swirled around on so that the fibers move more independently of one another. Then you've got the weave part, even though it's kind of a full monofilament top there, still typically comes in a weave part, which is a little more easier to break up, I think, than some brands. Wow, look at that texture. I just love Rosella for that brushed out beach wave look. I love that. You know, I get so many compliments, like, how did you get your hair to look like that? And if I have time, if I'm not in a hurry and they're not in a hurry, we have a jolly good discussion about wearing wigs. I love that. I love introducing people to modern wigs. It blows their mind, literally. And I know that a lot of people that I talk to, ladies, they're going to go out and buy them, even though they have a nice head of human hair, natural hair. They're going to buy a wig. And somehow it's just becoming, I find, a lot more acceptable than it used to be. Maybe not my little cow town, but if you walk into a crowd in an urban area, and I would bet you that the majority of women there have some sort of helper hair. So good for us, right? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and apply. First, I'm gonna make just a small adjustment like I've had to on the other ones, just a small one. These caps start out to be a little more snug, a little more tight, but gosh, after just a few wears, they tend to loosen up a little bit and really become more like a custom fit. What do you think? Wow. Rosella, Rosella, how beautiful you are. And as much as I love Rosella, I don't wear it enough. This is just past the length that I'm comfortable with for an everyday wearing type wig. It's gorgeous. I want them in my collection. I wear them on weekends or short stints out, you know, date nights, dinner, lunch, whatever it might be. But honestly, if I was back in the office every single day, unless I put this up into an updo or something, I just probably could not manage it. It's over the top gorgeous, but those long front pieces there, I think would really get to me as I was working at my desk and trying to communicate with people and appointments every day, all day. So wow, what do you think? All right, so first of all, I'm not noticing any no stiff cowlick there at the front, although the contour is there. It just needs to be coaxed. You know what I mean? Just coax it. Work it back. Use the heat from your hand to work it. Now, I will tell you from experience that when you go to put in some lift on Rosella using a heat appliance or anything else, you typically have to repeat that process if you store it for a while and you bring it out to wear it. Those front pieces are so long and heavier that it pulls them down and it pulls it out of its contour and lift. So just having to kind of restyle it each time you want to wear it. But yeah, no, it's coming out very nicely for me. It's turning out well. It looks like it's easy to train. I mean, it's just right there. That's all. Just the heat of my hands. And what I also like to do is pull that front piece up. If I just want a little lift, this helps aid the contour. If I take the heat all the way back, okay? And that way, when I work the front, you don't have those stiff sides on the top bringing it down. It helps prop and support it. Wow. So the Rosella hand-tied weighs about 5.5 ounces. So it, you know, it feels like long hair. And when I wear long hair, yes, it's my hair when it's on my head. If it's in a box, it can be my wig all at once, but when it's on my head, it's my hair. When I'm wearing long hair, I hold myself differently when I'm out. You know, I don't think I move my body in my head as much when I have on long hair. First of all, I'm always mindful of friction. Friction is not our friend. This is a heat-friendly style in that Cafe collection by Belle Tress. Heat-friendly styles tend to react more dramatically to friction. And so I'm always aware of how much I'm spinning around and things, gathering friction on the fibers. But yeah, I guess I just move a little more stiff, but that's okay because I'm not out there playing a game of kickball with my kids. You know, I'm not doing any of that in Rosella. I want to look my best because this is just that kind of hair that gets you stop and stare hair. So, no permatease at all because of the hand-tied cap, so you won't get any of that. You're not going to really get any lift or volume other than what you're seeing being done here by the fibers, which there's plenty of volume. You really don't need any lift on the sides or anything. And we talked about building contour in the top. So if you wanted additional, you would just have to use heat and or product to get it. But wow. So now let's talk about density. What I have noticed with the hand-tied styles by Belle Tress is that the density is a little higher, especially on the Caliente hand-tied. There's probably 2 or 3 times the amount of fiber on that wig than there is on the regular original Caliente. Now on Rosella here, even the original Rosella has a lot of hair, but I am sensing a heavier presence of fiber on this hand-tied compared to the wefted, okay? So there's just a lot. And if you want to pull that back into a pony, see, maybe 2 inches, it's thick. I went ahead and set the original Rosella on a mannequin head so that we could do a comparison. I want to compare these colors because so often those color swatches and descriptions don't say a whole lot about the color. You're no better off after you read those descriptions than you were before. So in this mocha with cream, it kind of starts with a medium chocolate brown. And I think a chocolate brown has some red in it anyway, just naturally. And then they add in some light gold blonde, which is more like a butterscotchy color here. And it looks like some neutral honey blonde as well, all the way around. And then that is on a dark brown root. So overall, the mocha with cream is a very warm color. A lot of warmth in the base color, a lot of warmth in the highlights. So you would have to love, enjoy, and be flattered by a warm, light, highlighted light brown to enjoy the mocha with cream. Now the brown sugar with sweet cream is a combination of some medium brown, some light brown, and I'm looking at that brown as being more neutral, definitely more neutral compared to the mocha with cream. And the two types of highlights that I see in this brown sugar with sweet cream is more of a pale gold blonde and then some pale ash blonde. So while this is solidly warm, I feel like the brown sugar with sweet cream is neutral, leaning cool even, just because of all this highlighting and more of the neutral colors with some cool in there. And the brown sugar sweet cream has a medium brown root. Okay, not quite as dark as the original mocha with cream. I think they have really improved their rooting over the years, because this original mocha with cream had a very dark, almost like 1B root. And that was the biggest criticism of this color. Otherwise, it's absolutely gorgeous. I have seen recent pieces in this color and they've done a much better job. They've lightened up the root. They've made it a little less ash, you know, more blending with the warmer color. And they've taken the highlight right up to the lace front and made that look a little softer as well. And I think that's what's going on here with Rosella. So let's take a look. Here is a look at that lace front. So let's pull it way back. No visible seams, lots of flexibility here. You see a little bit of banding where they're taking the highlight right up to that lace front. It's a nice fine knotting process there. Beautiful. It does definitely soften that root a lot. And you can part it anywhere along that monofilament lace and should be able to get a nice illusion of scalp. So let's talk price. The hand-tied version of Rosella is going to be at least $200 more in price compared to the Rosella, almost, you know, a 75% increase in price. So you really have to want that hand-tied version. So there's a few reasons why I think the hand-tied version might be for you. Number one, you just love hand-tied. Finally, they made your favorite style in hand-tied, right? That says it all. Like, deal done. I'm buying the hand-tied. If you have a smaller circumference, if you're unable to wear the wefted caps by Belle Tress, you may be able to wear the hand-tied. The hand-tied version fits me so much better. I don't have to make quite as bit of an adjustment. It feels more secure, therefore I enjoy it more. So for me, that's really a big factor in my decision. And then, of course, there is the realism factor. Now, again, I just want to point out that, you know, if it's a wig, it can be spotted as a wig. If you're a trained person looking at a hairpiece, you can easily tell that it's a wig, even if it's hand-tied, okay? We're not trying to fool anyone. But a hand-tied wig with the hand-tied knots definitely give a more natural look where the hair is parted. So you've got the lace, monofilament, and then hand-tied panels, eminently more natural looking compared to a wefted cap. Nothing wrong with a wefted cap, by the way. I have no problem wearing it at all. But those are kind of the main reasons why. And I might point out another one. And this is true with me too. If I have a style that I dearly love, and I have several of them, and now they came out with a hand-tied version, I want at least one of this hand-tied version, because you can't get any better of a sister style than that. And if you just need it for a special occasion, or maybe going out in the weather, or to an event that you can't worry about the wig, that hand-tied version is going to deliver a little bit easier than the wefted version. So those are just a few reasons why you might want the hand-tied and can justify the price.